Welcome to the Electrical Industry Certification Association's practical exam for cranes and digger derricks. If there's anything in this video that you do not understand, please request clarification from the practical examiner. The cranes and digger derricks practical examination consists of 8 key tasks that must be performed in a safe and controlled manner within allocated time frames. All tasks must be completed in sequential order. Please note, time limits do not indicate passing times, but indicate when the practical examiner is to stop the exam and fail the candidate. The optimal time is simply when most candidates complete the task. Task 1 contains domain critical elements that require 100% passing by the candidate in order to continue with the exam. Failing these domain critical items or any other task during the exam will require stopping the test. If you decide to retake the test, you must reschedule and pay the fee again. Pre-test. Prior to taking the exam, you will be notified of the make and model of the testing equipment along with the weight of the test weight. You will also have time to review the requirements of each exam task in addition to the operating manual for the equipment you will be operating. Test day. The test site coordinator is responsible for setting the testing schedule for the day. Once you have completed your testing, you must leave the test area. The only personnel allowed to be in the test area are those who are actively involved in the administration of the practical exam. The practical examiner. You are required to follow the instructions and signals of the practical examiner at all times. The practical examiner has the authority to stop the test if you operate in an unsafe manner. At no time is the candidate permitted to touch the load, hook, or winch line during tasks 2 through 7. Task 1. Site survey setup and pre-operation inspection. This task is not timed. In preparation for the test, you must set up the machine addressing all site, setup, and inspection elements for prohibited zone operations. For each item that the examiner reads, you must describe the what and how of a site hazard analysis, setup procedure, and the pre-operation inspection process. Again, this task is not timed. Pre-operation practice. After task 1 is complete, you will be given 15 minutes to become familiar with the equipment with or without a load. You may operate all the machine functions until you are comfortable. However, you cannot practice the course or shadow any testing elements. Indicate to the examiner when you are ready within 15 minutes and initial the score sheet attesting that you were provided 15 minutes of practice. Task 2. Hand signals. The practical examiner will give you some OSHA standard hand signals that you must follow. They will then guide you to the starting position for the next task. Points will be deducted for performing incorrect hand signals while operating a digger derrick. Task 3. Chain in barrel. This task will be timed with an optimal time of 1 minute 45 seconds and a time limit of 4 minutes. Once the examiner has given the start signal, maneuver the boom to place the chain in the barrel. Points will be deducted if chain lifting hook, block, or overhaul ball come in contact with the machine, ground, and the top or outside of the barrel. There is no penalty for you touching the inside of the barrel with the chain. Telescoping the boom is prohibited during this task. You are permitted to switch the control side during this task. However, the task time will not be extended. Timing stops when the chain is lowered into the barrel under control and the examiner gives a stop signal. Task 4. Touch and go. This task has an optimal time of 5 minutes and 50 seconds and a time limit of 10 minutes 30 seconds. You may use all machine functions during this task. After the start signal, you must maneuver the test weight to contact only the red portion of the test stands with only the rubber insulating gut on the chain. Contact the red area with the rubber insulating gut on the front side for test stands 1 and 2, moving away from the machine, and the red area on the back side for test stands 3 and 4 as you move the weight towards the machine. After properly contacting the red area on a test stand, the examiner will give a hand signal and go command, at which time you must move to the next test stand. Touching the top does not warrant a go command. After properly contacting stand number 4, move the test weight back to the barrel. Timing stops when the insulating gut is placed within the barrel under control and the examiner has given the stop signal. Points will be deducted if you come in contact with the ground, test stands outside of the red area, knock a tennis ball off, or touch the top or outside of the barrel. However, after the go signal is given, touching outside of the red area or knocking a ball off of the previous stand does not count against you. When the task is complete, the examiner will direct you to return the test weight to the storage position. Task 5. Auger Control. This task has an optimal time of 2 minutes 50 seconds and a time limit of 5 minutes 10 seconds. Be sure to follow all safety precautions for auger operation. After the start signal from the examiner, properly position the boom and unwrap the auger. Place the auger approximately 12 inches above the ground in preparation to dig a hole. Keep the functions for proper auger operation in mind, as points will be deducted if you do the following. Fail to give a verbal warning when beginning auger operation. Wrap or unwrap the auger with boom angle less than 45 degrees. Place the auger in the digging position with the boom fully extended or retracted. Make sure the auger is resting on the latch upon completion. The examiner will remove and attach the auger sling so you can wrap and store the auger in the cradle. Task 6. Pole Control. This task has an optimal time of 4 minutes 10 seconds and a time limit of 6 minutes 45 seconds. You may use all machine functions during this task. After the examiner's start signal, raise and maneuver the utility pole upright in front of the boom tip while keeping the pole butt within the circle. When the utility pole is in a vertical position, raise the pole just enough to clear the ground. Do not hoist or boom up more than necessary to just clear the ground. Timing stops when the utility pole butt is freely hanging inside the circle and the examiner gives a stop signal. Points will be deducted if the pole butt moves outside of the circle or contacts the side of the boom. You will also be penalized for side loading the boom. If you side load the boom tip more than 3 feet from vertical, the examiner will give you a warning and you must make proper adjustments. If you do not adjust the boom properly, they will stop the test and your actions will be recorded as an unsafe act. Task 7. Pole Set. This task is timed and has an optimal time of 1 minute 40 seconds and a time limit of 4 minutes 30 seconds. You may use all machine functions during this task. Once the examiner has given the start signal, raise and maneuver the pole to place the pole butt into the barrel. Timing stops when the pole butt is 12 inches inside the barrel and the examiner has given a stop signal. Points will be deducted if a barrel is moved, the pole contacts the top or outside of the barrel, or the pole clamps are used incorrectly. The examiner will direct you to lay the pole back down in the starting position. Task 8. Shutdown and Secure. This task is not timed. The examiner will monitor you as you prepare the machine for shutdown, secure it, and return the unit to road-ready conditions. They will give you the stop signal once the boom has been stowed. Prior to leaving the operator's station, make sure you have completed all the necessary safety shutdown procedures. Points will be deducted for the following: boom not properly retracted, boom not properly stowed, not retracting crawlers or outriggers, not locking operating cab door, not putting away mats, pads, or cribbing, not using 3 points contact access and egress, not properly stowing lifting hook for road travel. Post-exam. Once the practical exam is complete, do not ask the examiner to discuss your performance or pass-fail status, as they are not permitted to share any information. After completing your exam, you must leave the testing area. EICA will send you your results within 14 business days. Thank you for taking part in EICA's practical exam for cranes and digger derricks.